Your paycheck hits on the 15th and the 30th. Same 2 days, every month, for as long as you've had this job. $2,140 after taxes, twice a month. You know the number before you even open the app. You've known it for 3 years. There's another number that hits too. It doesn't have a scheduled date. It doesn't announce itself. Most months you don't even check it on purpose. You stumble into it, scrolling past it the way you'd scroll past a weather app you forgot you installed. Last Tuesday you stumbled into it. $14,760. And for about 4 seconds, standing in your kitchen at 9 p.m. with the dishwasher running, that number did something your actual paycheck hasn't done in 3 years. It surprised you. Here's the thing about a paycheck. After enough time, it stops feeling like money. It starts feeling like weather. It shows up, you plan around it, it's gone by the 20th, and you wait for the next one. $2,140. Rent, $980. Car, $310. Groceries, phone bill, the recurring $14.99 you keep meaning to cancel. By the time it's all accounted for, there's a number left over, and that number has felt roughly the same for 3 straight years. Give or take a bad month or a good one. You picked up the extra shifts. You did the thing everyone tells you to do. Work more, earn more. 14 months ago, you started closing on Thursdays too. That's an extra $190 a week before taxes. You did the math once, sitting in your car in the parking lot. Over a year, that's almost $9,000 in extra hours you sold. And yet the number that's supposed to reflect all that extra effort, your checking account on payday, still looks almost exactly like it did 14 months ago. Same rough shape. Same anxious math at the end of the month. The extra shifts happened. The extra hours got worked. But somehow the number that was supposed to grow from all of it never seemed to move. That's the part that quietly wears you down. Not the work itself. You don't mind the work. It's watching effort go in on one side and not seeing it come back out the other, month after month. Like pouring water into a bucket with a hole you can't find. Here's the sentence nobody says out loud on payday. Your paycheck and your net worth are not the same number, and they are not even measuring the same thing. Your paycheck measures your labor this week. It's a snapshot. Here's what your time was worth, right now, for the hours you already sold. It resets to 0 the moment it lands because by definition it's already spent before it exists. Rent's been waiting for it. The car payment's been waiting for it. Groceries have been waiting for it. The other number, the $14,760, doesn't measure your labor at all. It measures every dollar you've ever kept instead of spent, still sitting there, plus whatever it's quietly earned on its own, while you weren't looking. It doesn't reset. It doesn't wait for the 15th and the 30th. It just accumulates in the background, whether you're working a double or asleep at 2 a.m. 14 months ago, without really deciding to, you'd started routing $85 from every paycheck into a brokerage account coworker mentioned once in the break room. You didn't think much of it. $85 twice a month felt small enough not to notice missing. Smaller than what you were already losing to the $14.99 subscription you keep forgetting about. Here's what 14 months of $85, twice a month, invested at a historical average of about 8% a year, actually turns into roughly $2,550 in contributions, growing to just over $2,700 with returns. Add in a small 401k balance from a previous job you rolled over, about $6,100, plus what's left in checking after the bills, and the number in your investment app landed at $14,760 last Tuesday. Your paycheck stayed $2,140, twice a month, unmoved. But the second number, the quiet one, the one with no scheduled arrival date, has been growing the entire time you were closing on Thursdays, convinced nothing was changing. The fix isn't working more Thursdays. You already tried that, and the number that was supposed to grow from it didn't. The fix is redirecting a small fixed piece of the paycheck you already have, so it stops disappearing into the same bucket as rent and groceries and starts accumulating somewhere separate, somewhere with no scheduled exit date. Step 1. Find your real forgettable number. Not a big dramatic cut, the $14.99 subscription, the extra $6 delivery fee 3 times a week, the $22 you didn't need to spend at the gas station snack aisle. Add it up. For most people, it's somewhere between $60 and $150 a month, money that's already leaving without earning anything back. Step 2. Redirect that exact amount automatically, the same day your paycheck lands. Not whatever's left. That number is always smaller than you think. The transfer has to happen before the money has a chance to become anything else. $85 twice a month is completely arbitrary. The amount that worked for this story. Yours might be $40. It might be $200. What matters is that it's fixed, and it's automatic. Step 3. Put it somewhere that isn't checking. A retirement account if you have access to one with a match. That's an instant guaranteed return before the market does anything at all. Otherwise, a simple brokerage account with a broad index fund works. Because you're not trying to pick winners, you're trying to own a small piece of the entire economy and let it compound quietly for years. Step 4. Stop checking it daily and start checking it quarterly. The number needs time to do the thing it does. Checking it every day just shows you noise, a few dollars up, a few dollars down. Checking it every few months is when you actually see the shape of what's happening. The way you can't watch a plant grow, but you can absolutely see the difference after a season. Step 5. Raise the number slightly with every raise you get. Next year's cost of living bump doesn't have to change your lifestyle at all if you route half of it straight into the same automatic transfer. You never adjust to spending it, so you never miss it. And the quiet number grows a little faster every year without you doing anything differently. Go back 14 months to the week you started. You were in the break room when a coworker, Priya from receiving, mentioned she'd finally opened one of those investment apps that everyone talks about and set it to $85 automatic, twice a month. Just to see what happens. You did it that same week, mostly because it felt easier than arguing with yourself about it later. For the first 4 months, the number in the app looked exactly like what it was. A small pile of $85 deposits, totaling around $680, sitting there doing nothing visible. If you'd checked then and compared it to your paycheck, you'd have laughed. $680 next to 3 years of $2,140 direct deposits felt like nothing. Around month 7 is when the shape started to change, quietly. Not because you'd added more, same $85, same schedule, but because the earlier deposits had started earning their own small returns, and those returns had started earning returns of their own. By month 10, the account had crossed $2,000, and roughly $150 of that was money you'd never actually put in. It had just appeared, the way interest does, indifferent to how many Thursdays you'd worked. By month 14, last Tuesday, standing in your kitchen, the number had reached $14,760, boosted by the rolled-over 401k, but still driven mostly by 14 months of a habit so small you'd nearly forgotten you'd automated it. Priya's account, started the same week with the same amount, sits close behind yours. Neither of you talks about it in the break room. There's no lease to show off, no new car in the parking lot. Just a number that's quietly become larger than either of you expected, attached to no scheduled payday at all. Tomorrow is the 15th. Your paycheck will land the way it always does, $2,140. Same as it's been for 3 years, already spoken for before it even arrives. That part of the equation isn't going to change tomorrow, and it doesn't need to. But somewhere in an app you might not open again for 3 months, a second number will keep doing what it's been quietly doing since the week you almost didn't bother setting it up. No scheduled arrival, no ceremony, just accumulation, running in the background of a life that, from the outside, still looks exactly the same. Same shifts, same rent, same Thursday closes. If this helped you see the number that's actually been moving this whole time, subscribe. Next video walks through exactly how to find your own forgettable $85 and automate it in under 10 minutes. And if there's someone in your life still convinced that working more Thursdays is the only lever they have, send them this one. Sometimes the most useful thing you can hand someone is a number they didn't know they already had. Same paycheck on the 15th. Very different number underneath it.